Hi there, so today we'll be taking a quick look at the Boss CB-BU10 utility bag, and I have to say this is probably one of the most useful things I've actually bought in ages. They sell for around £85 in the UK and they're very well made. The shoulder straps really well padded, and the top, bottom and sides of the bag are really well padded to give lots of protection to whatever's inside. And I think I counted 11 different pockets for storing various accessories. So on the side we have a pocket there, kind of like a drinks bottle type pocket, another one on this side. Then at the front we have a small pocket down here, great for strings and that kind of thing. Then the larger pocket at the front is actually split into two. This top section here is fleece lined and goes right down to the bottom, so you could easily get a laptop in there and the fleece lining would give it plenty of protection. And then there's also a further pocket there at the front. And if we spin it round, okay, so we've got a really deep section here, which I tend to put cables and the such like in. And then we've got three further pockets, a zippered one there, another zippered one, and an unzippered one here, and then a further zipped pocket in this pull down section at the front. And then we have this section here, which again is fleece lined, and for me it's perfect for my Boss GT1000, which fits in there perfectly. And there's a Velcro strap which just pulls over to keep it nice and secure, and then the bag shuts up nice and easy with a GT1000 inside. And even with the GT1000 in it, there's still plenty of room in this deep section here for all my cables. And as we're talking about protection for the Boss GT1000, I should also mention that I use one of these, and it's called a Decksaver. It's about £45 in the UK and it's made of polycarbonate. I initially bought it as a dust cover for the GT1000 to use at home, and one of the things that I particularly liked about it was the fact that all the connections on the back of the GT1000 are still accessible even when the Decksaver is in place. So at home I just leave the GT1000 connected to my PC via the USB connection, my audio interface via the XLR, and my FIFR monitor via the 1/4" jacks, and whenever I want to use it I just lift the Decksaver off and we're ready to go. But there's also another big plus to the Decksaver, and that is the Boss GT1000 with the Decksaver on it still fits perfectly into the Boss backpack. So with the Decksaver on the GT1000 in the backpack, it now gives it another layer of protection. And because the Decksaver fits on the GT1000 in the backpack, I now take the Decksaver to gigs, and after I've set all my gear up on stage and before we start playing, I actually leave the Decksaver on the GT1000 just to protect it from any potential accidental beer spills or whatever. And then as soon as we're ready to go on stage, I literally just lift it off and we're ready to go. So as I said earlier, I think this backpack is probably the best £85 I've actually spent on guitar related gear for quite some time. And the Decksaver is really useful for protecting the GT1000 at home, in transit, and potentially at a gig before you start playing. I hope you found this video useful, and if you have, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks again for watching. See you next time.